Hello everyone and welcome back to another video in my Let's Play series. I am Sylphin and today we are doing a video with Howitzer. We are trying a different build from our previous Howitzer video and I hope that this one goes much better. No, the build is not called Howitzer number 1, but instead it's pure energy damage on a balance of energy damage and crit, attack speed, cooldown reduction, whatever cards I determined were best. So, I mean, there's the Agorian Scepter, gives bonus crit damage. There's the crit energy damage card. There's the crit attack speed card. There's a few... no, that's about it. So we're going to really see if he just benefits from just having good cards with a lot of energy damage. I don't have one that has mana on it, so hopefully we don't run into mana issues. If you have not played Howitzer before, his passive, which will be removed in this next patch, stay tuned for a patch video. The fast reload kills or assists reduce active cooldowns by 20%. So he benefits from a good team fight and getting those kills. The first ability that we are going to go with is going to be his Q, R2000 Missile. Howitzer fires a long-range rocket that deals 85 energy damage in an area. Long range, very long range. Easily, probably about 1.5 times his basic attack, which already, I believe, if I'm correct, is a farther basic attack than usual. His basic attack is simply called So I tried to hit that rampage. I actually did, which was a little bit surprising. His basic attack is called Cannon. Ranged attack dealing 49, basically 50 energy damage and 10% splash to nearby enemies. Really good at dealing some damage in team fights and also these minions as well. So here we're going to fire off our torpedo missile. It's not a missile if it's not guided. Actually, no, there are unguided missiles, but torpedo goes through the water. Which, okay, nope, I was wrong. It is a missile. The second ability we're going to go with is going to be his land mine. I'm not too worried about any ganks or anything. Which, by the way, my sincere apologies for this being a versus AI match. Monday morning is, I'm assuming, not a very good time for people to, you know, be playing Paragon at home. Probably, you know, people are off to work, like they should be. So, it's a versus AI game because I was sitting there for like 5 minutes and I wasn't even getting into a load screen. So, that's just how it's going to be. And the very last ability we're going to go for is slow grenades. 3 bombs that you kind of shoot out in a slow in a kind of a nearby area that do 50 energy damage and apply a 100 max movement speed slow. So I'm going to actually dive this my mana potion that I should have this whole time. I'm not going to use my Q because it slows me down, it roots me in place for a moment, so now I'm going to use my Q and I miss. Wow. Apparently that's what docking does too. So, like I said, the slow grenades, they shoot out in a very slow, kind of a small area around you. So we'll see it here, kaboof, and there's 3 of them right just like that. So really, it's not. It's good for retreating, maybe securing an area, because the enemy can see them. So, I mean, they would probably prefer not to walk right into them. So it's kind of a good area, good ability to secure the area. Even though this is an AI game, we are going to treat it and use good MOBA habits, regardless, using our wards to protect our flanks. In a recent video of mine, I was laning with a gadget, She put down her ward, which is perfect, but she did not listen to it. She saw that the enemy was coming. Well, I guess she probably didn't see that the enemy was coming, and she got picked. You put a ward down, pay attention to it. Always be watching your minimap. Okay, so Howitzer's ultimate, really cool. Make it rain. Volley of missiles hitting for 450 energy damage over 4 seconds. Last missile does 50% of all damage. That last little sentence there is important. How can you ensure that that last hit does, lands on your target? Place your ultimate in a position that forces the enemy to either retreat through the majority of its area of effect, or use it on targets that are CC'd. So, for example, this Grim, you see how he's kind of at the front area of his turret's circle? I would put the Rain of... So, I didn't want to actually use it, but okay, fine. So this is not what you do. You don't place it where Grim is at the back edge of it, so he can easily get out of the way. That's not what you do. I forgot that when you actually... time to get out of here. So this is a good time to place his land... Oh, sorry, wrong skill. That was a perfect opportunity to use his slow mines, his slow grenades, his left click to slow down Rampage so he can get away. Let's see, am I going to have enough mana to secure this kill? Will I even need a Q? There we go. That Grim should have probably been helping out his buddy, but again, they're computers. I hope that they will get much smarter. There's no reason why a computer can't be just as good as a human. Yes, so his ultimate, make sure you place it in a just so that an enemy has to either retreat through the majority of its area of effect. So what are we going to start off with? These awesome Fury cards. We're going to actually start with the Micro Nuke, even though this has 3 bonuses. I want the crit. We did... Yeah. I was gonna... Whoa! Uh-oh! What's going on here? What did I do? Uh-oh! I have no energy damage. Uh-oh. 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 Alright, so this is gonna be a really bad build. Did I fit... Did I build this deck with physical damage? That would be absolutely hilarious. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. So, this is going to be a really good video of absolutely nothing. Because we're going to be absolute crap by the end of this video. Oh, man. Oh, man. With no energy damage, we are going to suck. So, let's see how bad this turns out to be. Let's see how bad. So right now I'm gonna use... Okay. So his ultimate does go off after a certain duration, so make sure you are very secure with where you are going to place it. Make sure that you know exactly where and when do you want to do that. I'm going to go with the landmine just because it's probably a little bit more of a reliable damage source. So I'm going to push this tower, maybe rotate left, picking up some of our camps in the jungle, and see what happens there. Alrighty, so we pushed that left lane a little bit. I used my ward to give me vision, so that I was protected. And That's a real bummer. I'm just gonna see, like, did I... There was an issue with saving the deck name, but I didn't think that... I didn't notice that... whatever. Alright. So, you know what? I mean, this is really annoying. So he does have a little bit of mana issue. So what we're going to do is we're going to give him an optimal spark just for now, and then we'll go back and do some cooldown reduction. In my previous video we did a little bit of cooldown reduction, but in this video with my cards and the upgrades that I hopefully put in, we might be able to get more cooldown reduction out of this build than our previous build. As you are going through the map, always make sure to stop by your harvesters, collect the ember, even if you are a jungler or are at the point where you can easily eliminate camps. Do that. Get that free experience, not free, but get the very time-efficient experience if you can get the lanes. Just be smart about how you're playing. Smarter, not harder. So I'm going to push this lane up a bit, get this going in the right direction again. Maybe swing through their jungle. Maybe get their camps, and maybe finish off that tower that's about half health in their mid lane. Alright, so there's a bit of a 2v2 here on this left tower. I had just used my ultimate there quite well, so that the Garrux was, again, forced to retreat through the majority of its area of effect. So I was able to... Wow, that was a miss! So he was forced to take the damage. There you go. They're pushed away, and we can push this tower. Again, I have my ward, which I should be placing down, kind of a little bit inconspicuously. Always take a moment, a second or two, to put your ward in a little bit of an inconspicuous place. As you saw with my previous ward in the left lane, you can, if you're standing on top of that little hilled area at the middle of the lanes, you can actually reach across that little gap there where there's the hidden pad and put it on top of the cliff. You just have to kind of take a moment to find that spot. Alright, so this Muriel actually... no. Good. Murdoch was enough of a deterrent. So yeah. So in a player versus player scenario, people would definitely be collapsing on me because they see that I am low on health, so I'm not going to betray that gameplay, so I'm going to go back, get some health, and figure out what we want to do here. So we want some cooldown reduction. Why do we want that? Well, we got some mana regen. By the way, I'm going to go into the right lane here. That should make kind of like, you know, give that advantage to my mana regen. So we get more mana regen, use more abilities, get cooldown reduction so that you can use those abilities faster, while also being able to do them more often with the mana. So we're going to see how this works out. I'm going to get this white camp and then hopefully push the right lane so we can get down that tower. Alrighty, so we have pushed all the way up to this inhibitor. I felt safe doing so because there was a bit of a 3v3 team fight in the mid lane that was distracting the enemy team. So that was the only real reason I was feeling safe to push this far. Again, I put my ward down for some vision. It's a bit of a theme here because the current PvP meta is whole death ball nonsense, which I mean has its completely valid strategy. It just it serves a particular purpose that is kind of being misplaced at the moment. So, anyways, don't feel afraid to split push. If you've been watching my videos, you know that I like to split push. I have a kind of a I like it because I kind of like split pushing characters. I like kind of PvE characters. In Heroes of the Storm, I really like specialists. I know specialists do a lot of different things, but it's a very, very valid strategy because it is the most rewarding. The whole objective of the game is to kill the enemy's core. The only way that you can do that is by taking out the towers before you get to the core. So if you can do that all by your lonesome while your team is dealing with the enemy team or doing other important objectives, then that is what you should be doing. There's no point in wasting time sticking together as a team when you can be more useful elsewhere, and that reward is more valuable than just staying together. So, don't hesitate to split away from the team if your time can be more valuable elsewhere, which a lot of the time it probably can be. So as for skill priorities, I've been focusing on abilities rather than his left click. With that in mind, I have upgraded once. But with that said, prioritizing Q over E and right click, maybe E over right click. Your ultimate you should do all the time, as much as you can. I need to get out of here. Yes, so using doing your ultimate as much as you can. That's, I mean, when you upgrade your ultimates, you get like 200 plus more damage. So it's definitely the most useful out of all of them. So kind of like that priority here: Q or E into our R or into our right click, with the left click being the least valuable. While also always doing your ultimate. So that we've done this is a really wonky build. I'm very sorry that I did not, for some reason, put energy damage in the upgrades. I'm almost certain I did. I put all of them. But, so I'm going to get this Harvester, go through the jungles. Looks like our Feng Mao is doing a good job of that. But I'll probably reach my... Oh, yeah, team up with my team up at the front of the map. Alright, so here's a good example of me using my ultimate where 356 damage. Not bad. Where that Grim was forced to walk through the... Like, he was... If this was where he was, or that the ultimate was, he was here, so he had to run through the whole bigger part of the ultimate to get away, and I got that last hit off, and he died. So we're going to push down this inhibitor, hopefully to be the end of this very wonky video. Definitely going to do it again. See how he pays off. In this match, we only have 2 of the Harvesters. Obviously, you'd like to get more, so maybe I can take care of that in the next video as well. But we will see. We will see. I'll take down this inhibitor and see if there's a good team fight by the end of the match. Alrighty, so there's 2 of the enemy are dead. But hopefully, okay, so 3 of them. I didn't kill that inhibitor fast enough. Well, let's just be strange and maybe force these guys back a little bit. So it's really quite easy for them to get out of there. I am noticing I'm not doing that much damage just because we have no energy damage upgrades. Which was, again, my bad. So it looks like the enemy core is going down. There we go. Okay, so very, very wonky. I will do another video with actual energy damage upgrades with the build. I really like this outro. What do you guys think? I think it's a nice, cool little touch. So, I mean, really, there's no point in going over the build. I mean, this is just a good one just because he has a bit of a mana issue, so getting that one regen upgrade was nice. Definitely noticed the increased sustain from that. Bloodburn Powder is a really good Fury card for him with the micro nuke. Somebody probably has it. No? Okay. There would be 2 micro nukes followed by some of the other universal upgrades thrown in there. All of it would have been energy damage upgrades, just getting a little bit of bonus from the crit and attack speed on the other cards, but otherwise, hopefully he would have been doing a lot of damage with his abilities. He has mana issues, so, I mean, you only have a set amount of abilities, spells you can send down range, so maximizing that utility is probably the way to go with Howitzer. We're going to try it again, so stay tuned. Please subscribe. I have lots of videos coming. I do this every day when my son is sleeping, so there's going to be lots of videos of all the characters. Please dislike the video. If you disliked it, please leave a comment. How can I make this better? How can I make these videos more useful? And please, guys, until next time, take care.